Hi everyone. The first thing I want to talk about real quick is an iPad app that you might find useful. Just go into your iPad and do a search in the store for health affairs. That will bring up several things, but when you see this icon or this app, install that if you want. When you install it, you'll see it as this icon on your iPad screen. If you tap it to open it, it will look like this. Up here says Issues, Briefs, and Library. You can pay for the full membership or a subscription and you get the full thing. But what is free is the briefs up here. And once you tap on the briefs, you will see several items that you can scroll through, and they are all the health policy briefs that Health Affairs puts out. And you can download them right onto your iPad, and then you can view them, and you can use them all for any research. This is a very reliable source, and there are a lot of great issues, lots of different topics available, everything from the Affordable Care Act to Medicare changes to patient-centered care, all kinds of different issues. Okay, so here we are in the Unit 4 content now, and your reading assignment this week is chapters 13, 14, and 15 in our textbook. So in chapter 13, we talk about the evolving e-patient. And one thing that I really found interesting in this chapter was box 13.1, what patients should expect from their health care. There are some really good statements in here about what patients should be able to expect from their health care. Beyond patient visits, individualization, control. This is especially pertinent. The care system will take control only if and when you freely give them permission. Maybe some of you have feelings about that, maybe you don't, but I've been in situations where the healthcare system has literally taken control of the situation and actually provided care to someone that we didn't want and that they didn't want. So it would be nice to see some of these things come into play. Information, science, safety, transparency, anticipation, value, cooperation. I really like what these have to say about the patient in healthcare. Chapter 14 is the topic for our discussion board, as soon as I get there. Social networking. You guys all know what social networking is. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Flickr, Tumblr, and I'm sure there are going to be more. I'm going to show you some of my health networking social media sites on Facebook in a minute, but first I want to make sure I hit chapter 15. Personal health records. This is what your assignment is about this week. Different kinds of personal health records. So as you go through, you can see that you can find that information, and that's basically what your assignment will be on. But I would like you to also look up an outside source. That is expected in the instructions for the assignment, so be sure you do that. Okay, just a quick note on social networking. I'm going to go in here and look for the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation is one very excellent social networking site. They post a lot of information on current research, different studies that are going on, different results that have just come out. It's a very good social networking site to be connected with. Another one you should look up is Kaiser. We have Kaiser Health News and the Kaiser Family Foundation. They're both connected to the same organization, just providing a little different information. But Kaiser Health News is this one right here. So that's a good one to be connected to. And here's the Kaiser Family Foundation one. Again, part of the same overall Kaiser organization, but just a little different angle of reporting. Another one is Health Affairs, just like on the app that I just showed you. The Commonwealth Fund is another good one to be in touch with what's going on in healthcare. There is also a healthcare.gov one if you want to find out more about the PPACA and want to have information on that coming up on your Facebook page. Healthcare.gov is a good one. This is also one from Winona Health. I used to live in Winona, Minnesota, in that area, and this is their Facebook page. And now I live in Texas, and Texas Health Resources is the big one. So you might want to find some that from your area that you can connect with and be on top of all their new information. So back in Unit 4, like I said, the social media is the topic of our discussion. So discuss strengths and weaknesses of social media in healthcare. Maybe you want to look up one of those Facebook pages I showed you, or look up their Pinterest, or look up their Twitter, or what have you, and tell about what you found on there as well. What are the strengths and weaknesses of what you find on there? Then in the Unit 4 assignment is about personal health records, PHRs. So you're going to, in a 2-page paper, explain the different types of PHRs. Remember, those are in Chapter 15, and list the pros and cons of those. And discuss the other issues that the assignment mentions. All right, and then below that, I do have another grammar activity. This one's on there, and there. Some of you do have trouble with those. If that's an issue for you, you may want to take a peek at that one and run through it. Then we have our additional learning resources. The first one, what is eHealth, is from the Journal of Medical Internet Research. Very interesting article, or journal actually. What is eHealth? Is it the death of telemedicine? So take a look at that. The second one, social media for healthcare information, is from the National Research Corporation. 1 in 5 Americans use social media for healthcare information. Is that good or bad? Might be good, might be bad. You've looked at, when you look at the pros and cons for the discussion board, this might be a pertinent article to add in some research for that discussion. The next one is promoting participatory medicine with social media. All right, so this will go with your discussion on social media as well. It's from the Journal of Participatory Medicine. Promoting participatory medicine, that's hard to say, with social media. New media applications on hospital websites that enhance health education and e-patients' voices. The next one, dissemination of health information through social networks, is yet another article on social media and its effect on health information. This one is more specifically geared to Twitter and antibiotics. All right, so the next one is you are what you tweet. This is even downloadable, an article on analyzing Twitter for public health. And I just did some searching also for some basic personal health record information. Blue Cross Blue Shield, www.bcbs.com/healthcare-personal-health-records. I'll put a link in the content for it. But in here, they have a brochure that they've developed, one for consumers and one for providers, about about the different uses of personal health records. So if you can go to the consumer page and see what they tell consumers. And you can also go to the provider page and see what they have to say for providers. I thought it was kind of interesting. And like I said, I will put this link down at the bottom of the Unit 4 content for you. All right. Oh, I think this recording is plenty long. Make sure I hit everything here. Yes, I did. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great week.